All right. Here we go. Many blessings. Testing. Let me make sure we got audio. Looks like we got audio, we got lights, we got camera, we got action. Oh, my chihuahuas. Let me see if I can, close up ones. Thank you guys for your patience as we get started on this live transmission of spirit. Just want to make sure that we can see this okay. Let's bring this in a little bit. Okay. So these are based on the Emerald Order teachings, the Voyagers 1, the Voyagers 2 book, and also Angelic Realities. They're all translated by Ashiana Dean. The source of this knowledge and information is coming from the CDT plates. CDT, Cloister Dora Torah plates. Ancient records on holographic disc records, not clay tablets that were dug under the ground. Machiwa. So let me get this going too. This is going to be about you and me. A lot of us are resonating with Indigo Children. And so some of you have heard some of this information, but we always try to talk about, something that, like Indigos, who is a big part of awakening and ascension on a regular basis, because the important part is that we're coming together and as a community, as a group of Indigo Children who have like agreed to come here and assist in the awakening. So let me just put this down so I can talk freely. We always got to cleanse and purify our space, especially when we open a group shield like this. Going through those stargates. Last one right here is my last one. Let's get this amber going on. Amber resin. Okay, thank you for your patience. I like putting the amber around. So strong, so powerful. Cleanse and purify. Protect this sacred space. Co-create with frankincense, myrrh, benzoin, copal, amber, palo santo, machiwa, gratitude. Thank you, Holy Ones. I wanted to try a different background, kind of fit the mood, the setting. We're going to have some probably low vibe 3D consciousness say it looks evil. No, it's not. It's peaceful nature, okay? This is a very pleasing and important topic to my own self, my own personal life. I am an Indigo child. And in my journey, you would say, I realized that probably about 6 years ago or even farther back. I mean, I've came into these teachings in 2010, but I didn't learn a lot about Indigo Children until, this past few years. So you would say probably after I had that experience with the UFO, which radically changed my life in a good way, in a positive way. It set me on my activation to start my mission, to start this work as an Indigo Child as part of the Emerald Order Guardians. I'm not part of the Ashana's official office or anything, but this is, you would say, as a student, as someone who is part of the Guardian Alliance, we have that confirmation. We don't need a book or a guru to validate that. We find that within ourselves and our own spiritual experiences. And it's the real deal, you guys. We get our validation from our inner Christ, what we call the innerchristos. We don't just see, feel, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, but it goes beyond a belief, a hope. It goes into a knowing, gnosis. Know thyself, holy ones. And so I came into that gnosis when I was inside that level of my higher self. It just blew my mind. It totally, like I said earlier, radically changed my life. And so you could say at the very beginning of my spiritual journey, yes, sure, I was always wanting some type of proof or some type of my own personal experiences, because I hadn't had them back, you would say, since in 2010. But I was into spiritual lifestyle. I was into crystals. I was into reading a bunch of spiritual books. I was learning about psychic abilities. So it was a long journey before I finally actually awakened and had that gnosis, had that knowing of within myself, within myselves, my personal Christos, my own soul revealed to me who I am, what I'm capable of. And that I have seen such, from a 3D point of view, you could call it supernatural. You could call it paranormal. I saw a supernatural, I've even heard Ashana say it, godlike level of oneself. I saw God, we're all godlike, but the gnosis of it, the experience of it, I saw that godlike levels of myself, different timelines, different, you would say, versions of myself. Just want to make sure we're okay. You guys can see me and hear me okay, right? Please write that. Someone write that in the comments. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Eli. Yeah. I'll say hello to everyone. I just want to get this out, this part of my energy. It gives you complete joy, man. Like, the fear just disappears if you had any. The doubt just disappears. No fear, no doubt, a knowing, a powerful confidence. And I want to say that all of you out there have that within you, waiting if you haven't reached it or confirmed it yet. You don't need someone else's validation. You don't need a psychic reading. You don't need some other person to tell you who you are, because these teachings are about going within to find out those answers. And you may be scratching your head, well, how do you do that? I don't know how to do that. I haven't been able to do that. You guys, this is something where my next question to you would be, have you gone into the actual, you would say, techniques? Have you done your Maharic seal? Not only is the Maharic seal protecting you from lower dimensional frequencies, but it's also, think about it, you're enveloping yourself in the Christos ray. That's what Maharata is. The Christos, the 12th dimensional frequency within the technique of the Maharic seal. If you're bathed in it, enveloped in it, you're surrounding yourself with your avatar self, your Christos avatar consciousness, awareness, memories. It's not like it's plugged in like lucidly right away. It's something you experience, or you would say train and practice. And so this is something that, have patience. It's progressive. Progressively activate your templar, what people call chakras. The teachings call them templar. Open your templar, the heart templar. That's a higher dimensional ray, consciousness, identity. So that's part of the soul matrix. The fourth, the fifth, and the sixth, those three rays, those three templar chakras are part of the soul matrix. You learn the spiritual science. You learn the terminology. You also become aware how there's distortions about the soul in religions, in New Age, that do not understand what really is the soul. It's a level of identity, not this identity. This is the incarnate identity on earth, the three-dimensional frequency, the reasoning ray, ego ray, mind, spirit. And so this is something that you work on these templar, you start to, when you activate them, that's the soul matrix. You're activating the soul memory, the soul extrasensory psychic abilities. And so this is part of your evolution. You're not limited to a 3D human life. You're going to grow more, expand more. Ascension and awakening is about expanding, becoming something. It's not becoming, it's reclaiming what you already are, that which is dormant, that which became dormant in the fall of human race. Part of the human race, the angelic human. Those higher identities of ourselves are angelic. Some of those angelic humans fell to the third dimension. And so this is why a lot of the guardian races, angelic and archangelic races, are incarnating into the third dimension. They're from fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth dimension. Those are the angel and archangel levels. They are incarnating into the human incarnate level. So they can assist in the awakening process. And it's not like you're cheating or getting some extra edge, because they are us and we are them. We're one. We're the same people, except at different frequency levels of oneself. So you could say they're in the future. We are the past versions of them, and they come to help their past versions. It's a multidimensional arena. It's a multidimensional consciousness, identity. This is normal to have interaction with higher selves, with guardian races. So this is where the indigo children are coming from, the higher dimensions. The indigo children, it's not just related to children. The children grow up into adults. They're still indigos. Just realize that it's about the aura of indigo ray. You understand the colors of your templar. And the sixth templar is the third eye, and that is indigo ray, which creates the indigo aura. If you don't have this activated, you're not going to have indigo ray. If you don't have the third, because I say that because you see a distortion in the New Age teachings. It's not even that. It's also the religious teachings like Hinduism and Buddhism, who show these chakra charts, like as if everybody has 7 colors in their aura. They do not. Okay, because most humans, billions of humans, only have 3 chakra activated. If they only have 3 chakra, 3 templars awakened, how in the world do you think they're going to have green ray or blue ray or indigo ray or violet ray inside their aura? They will not. Okay, unless they work on a spiritual journey, start to train and do techniques to activate those higher rays. A ray simply means consciousness at that level. There's different, in these teachings, we learned about the 15-dimensional time matrix. That's 15 different rays, 15 different levels of consciousness. God's consciousness, God's frequency, God's energy, life force. 15 levels of it. We're experiencing on Earth 1, 2, and the third ray of that 15-dimensional potential. Okay? Now, we have a human DNA that has 12, that goes up to the 12th ray. The Christ ray, the Christos. That is your all humans potential. Okay? That is not the indigo child. The indigo child, if humans are 12 strand, the indigos, you holy ones, brothers and sisters who identify with that, you're coming from higher, you would say, your templar has a minimum of 24 strands. That's 24 frequencies, 24 rays of source God, of the time matrix. That would include 12 here and 12 in the parallel antiparticle universe, which is another reality, part of our multidimensional experience. We have inner earth experiences, we have parallel earth experiences. We have Tara experiences, Gaia experiences, Armatena level experiences. So bless all of you. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight from the Emerald Order point of view, from the innerchristos freedom teachings point of view. So I welcome all of you, and if you have questions, please tag Christos Avatar TV somewhere. Write that in your message somewhere so it highlights and I can easily see it. And so just be aware that we do have moderators here. They can help you with any questions as well. You know, ask a moderator. You can see them. They have a blue username. And so let me say hello to everybody. This is a live, so welcome all of you. Even if you have different opinions, you're welcome to express that opinion. But please be respectful. Don't use profanity. Our moderators will have to mute that. So, and aggressive people will have to boot you out. We don't want to do that. We want to have an open dialogue, and you can disagree. Just be respectful to everybody else's beliefs. Thank you. Indigo Wizard Brother! Thank you, brother, for being here, and thank you so much for being one of our moderators. Thank you for your service. And that's what this is. We're doing service, and it is our honor to do this. Thank you so much for being here with us. You honor us, Indigo Brother. And Indigo, nice name, part of your name, Chikasmasur, Star Child. We got Lakshmi in the house. Welcome. Thank you for your positive energies. G-Light, my star sister. Thank you for being a member for over 6 months at least. You're awesome. You're a regular here. So happy to see you, G-Light. Love and blessings to my fam. So grateful to be here with you all. Machiwa. We got Sandra. Much respect, Sandra. Thank you for being here tonight. Blessings, hola, soul family. Hope all is well. Thank you for holding space with us tonight, Sandra, and thank you for being a member for over a year, Machiwa. We got Gina Sutton, holy ones in the house, yeah. And you guys, I want to say, unfortunately, I'm not going to make it to the alien event in September in Las Vegas like I thought. And it's not my fault. It's because the event changed its dates. But when I think about that, from my point of view, there's a reason for that. And I pay attention to those signs. For my plans. I'm not talking about your plans. I'm talking about my plans. So as soon as they changed the date, man, they changed it to on top of my Sedona trip. There's no way I'm going to change my Sedona trip. Sorry, guys. That's set in stone. So I'm telling you, some of you who are expecting to meet me at the Alien event in September, I'm not going to be there. But I still encourage you to go, because 555 average view duration is 555. Thank you. I always welcome those synchronicities. I encourage you guys to still go. If you already bought tickets, just go, because it's a life-changing experience. You'll meet new people, you'll learn new knowledge, and so just letting you guys know. But good to see you, Gina, Star Sister. Woohoo! And I think you were gonna go there. Darn it, right? Sarah Holder, bless you, Star Sister. So happy to have you. One of our other moderators, also doing service to others here. Thank you so much, Star Sister, for being here. And our other one, Celine, bless you, sister. Woohoo, Machiwa. Good to see you, Holy One. Bobby J, love you too, brother. Or that could be sister, but it's spelled with a Y, so thank you, guys. Xander Town. Oh, thank you. I when I look at the topic of the video, I wanted to choose one of my shirts that was closest to Indigo, and this is it. Thank you for that. I appreciate the positive feedback, because sometimes I get negative feedback. Not just this, but my hair or some other ridiculous thing, right? Charlene Holly in the house. I'm way behind you guys. I let me look for questions, because I'm way behind. I can't. G Light loves the background. Starts to see, yeah. And Giannis Jamie says, Omni love and light to you all. Christos Avatar TV. Thank you, Holy One. So happy to see you here with us. You guys, all your energy and frequencies are very powerful, are very valuable to the community. When this, the official shield broke, what do you call this? This is a shield. This is a group energy, a Christic energy. We're going to have some people who are low vibe or not getting it yet, but that's okay. There's a lot of us holding the Christic frequency in this space Tuesdays and Saturdays. And this is why it's important that you guys show up and realize that there's a lot of new people who need that frequency with us. They see all the love in the chat. They see that's helps them in their journey. And it helps them be comfortable to ask questions, or even amongst the group, carry a dialogue. Some of you have probably met friends in chat here at Christos Avatar TV. So thank you so much, you guys. Indigo children, indigo adults. Just so you guys know, there's 3 types of indigo children. Indigo type 3, indigo type 2, and indigo type 1. Each will have its own mission, its own frequency, its own level of consciousness. So you will find that a lot in the different levels of spirit, of God, of the guardian races. Excuse me. You will see that there's different levels, different progressions, different family lines, different, families of consciousness. We learn about the incarnate. We learn about the soul, the oversoul. Those are different levels. You're going to see different strands of DNA, different templates in the avatar, different templates in the rishi. You'll learn what those are. Different levels of the indigo children. So most beings in the time matrix don't have more than 12 strands of DNA, you guys. 12 strands is considered a lot. So when we start talking about races like the indigo children who have a minimum of 24 strands, which by the way is indigo type 3s, which by the way is one of the most, the highest population of indigo children. The most common. The most common is the indigo type 3s, and the second least common is the indigo type 2s. That means there's less of them. And there's even very, very less of indigo type 1s. And I will be showing to you on the screen the Emerald Order teachings, specifically the Architects of Light, which is an Indigo Children. It's an MCEO, Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. It's an MCEO video workshop series called Architects of Light. She should have just called it Indigo Children, so people would have an idea of what it's about. But I was showing you the Architects of Light on the screen tonight so you can learn and see for yourself. We're very transparent here. And so just like there's a lot of religious people like to quote Bible verses, well, we're going to quote Emerald Order verses, you could say. So I'll talk a little bit about the Indigo Type 3s, which is an advanced concept. When you talk about indigos and that how they're this new breed of consciousness, but they're not new, you guys. They're actually an ancient breed, an elder race level of consciousness. Coming to the earth, incarnating in groups. They've been coming since the 1750s in this human seeding stellar activation cycle, getting ready for it, coming before it happened. Now it's already happened and closing out, but the stellar activation cycle is a natural, you would say, cycle of Earth, a planetary cycle, not a human being cycle. It's a huge, when we talk about the time cycle of Earth, it's 26,556 year cycle. You see the difference between a human cycle and a planet cycle. So in that cycle, that 26-year period, 26,000 year period, there is two ascension periods. Ascension cycle 1 is near the beginning of that long planetary cycle, and then there's one at the end of it. And then when that closes out, the Earth starts over a new cycle. And this is based on holographic physics. This is a time matrix is based on, it's called the hologram of matter. This Earth is within sorry for the background noise. Earth is a holographic universe 1. It's a hologram. It's done in you would say tri-frequencies. Like you have each universe, because there's 5. We're in the first one. That doesn't mean the most advanced. It means the least advanced. We're in the lowest frequency, the youngest, you would say, universe. And it's not as evolved as the other ones. So we find ourselves in the lowest one. So in the lowest universe, which is called carbon matter universe, the slowest spinning particle universe, this is where we're having the human drama. And this is where we're having this whole manipulation and influence, even distortions coming from intruder races who don't belong here, who didn't get permission. They just come in and mess with the human race. And so you could say the Indigo Children are balancing that, or trying to heal the damage that the fallen angels do. But it's also a place for healing some of the fallen angelic races, believe it or not. That's what some of the mission is of an Indigo Type 3. An Indigo Type 3 is assisting Nephilim Anunnaki to heal. Now, how does that work, right? This is called a host matrix. Think of the word host. Your body is hosting, another soul. So an Indigo Type 3's purpose or mission is to have 2 souls in one body. Okay, so this means you're literally have a mission, is to help heal, transmute the darkness of the Nephilim as it grows with you. You're together in this vehicle. I'm not an Indigo 3. I'm an Indigo 1. But some of you can relate to being an Indigo Type 3 because you can confirm it from your own life experience. It's not a joke. I mean, this is the real thing. I mean, it's serious. It's an agreement. It's a contract at a soul level. It's talked about in the Emerald Order teachings. It's talked about by Speaker 1. She made this entire workshop talking about having two souls in one body. It's not a problem. It's not an accident. It's not strange. It's not dark or twisted. It's an agreement. It's a healing hosted matrix. The Guardians have done many different types of host matrices, and this is one of them. So, it was agreed upon by the Nephilim Anunnaki soul. They're the ones who came to the Guardians and asked for this healing, asked for this agreement. So it's an agreement. It's not, because some people think you're possessed or that's a demon inside you. No. You're doing service. This is a healing service to help transmute that which these beings have lived lifetime after lifetime of hatred, darkness, Luciferianism, murder, sacrifice, feeding off of loose energy, feeding off of other beings, feeding off of planets, feeding off the living, universe, the living matrix. We're in the particle matrix. There's an anti-particle matrix. That's part of the natural time matrix. The fallen phantom matrix is not natural. It's not part of creation, of God's original intention. This is a huge distortion. You will get all kinds of narratives in New Age calling it the demiurge and saying it's normal. It's supposed to be here. You have to accept that you're dark. Now that's going off into another subject, but that's a distortion of an intentional distortion. It's not part of the time matrix. It's an anomaly of the time matrix. And so, according to the Emerald Covenant, even the beings in the phantom will return back to Source God. Just like you ascend back to Source God, they fall back to Source God. By fragmenting into space dust, into the smallest quantum, where then Source God transmutes into new consciousness, new life. Nothing can be destroyed. Even the scientists know that. They know that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes form. And we agree with that. So when the being fragments to its smallest level, the smallest, nano, you could say, quantum, then that is what is now cycled into new life, transmuted into new life. And so maybe it starts off as a particle, what we call particle, the ultra micro particle, which our human scientists haven't found that small particles yet. The smallest they found is like a quark. They haven't gone farther into ultra micro particle. As talked about in the Guardian teachings, it's a spiritual science. They talk about this in the workshop, the MCEO workshop called Cathara Biospiritual Healing. Remember, MCEO is Melchizedek, Cloister, Emerald Order. One thing you'll learn is that cloister is another word for starseed. The Melchizedek family of consciousness is the starseed family of consciousness. So this is the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings. And so you could also call it Emerald Covenant. Emerald Covenant, Emerald Order. This is the blue flame. And so all indigo children come out of the blue flame. They're not coming from gold flame Seraphi. They're not coming from violet flame. They're all coming from Holy Elohai, Blue Flame, Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant. So if you identify with being an indigo child, you're not some gold flame. You're not a bird people. You're not, those can come from the star seeds. You can have star seeds coming into Earth, but a star seed is not the same as an indigo. A star seed is part of the genetic hybridization on Earth. Indigo children are not. Okay? The star seeds are part of helping the Earth seeds with the conscious and biological evolution. Indigo children are here to help a few different things. Like I told you, the indigo type 3s are part of a host matrix, a healing matrix for the Nephilim Anunnaki. The ones who murdered us in human seeding 2. Or was it 1? I know the reptilians were here a million years ago, so it was human seeding 1. So yeah, they murdered us, but we're still helping them. That's how the guardians roll. You know, they're asking the guardians for a host matrix so they can get their Christos, 12-strand, back. One thing you'll learn through these teachings that in the Lyran Elohim wars, everything became distorted from the 11th dimension all the way down to the first dimension. 1 through 11 had distortion. That's not phantom. That's not the phantom matrix. That's distortion in the matrix. Because I see that out, some other Christic people teaching that. This is not phantom. You know what phantom is? It's a totally reverse consciousness. Being distorted is not reverse consciousness. You can be reversed and distorted, but in the matrix, you would say the particle matrix and antiparticle matrix, they can have distortions between 1 and 11 dimension. And so that just means that, there's a huge distortion in New Age thinking that everything above the lower astral is good and angelic and non-polarized and unity and unconditional love. No, it's not. That only happens after the 11th dimension. That's 12, 13, 14, and 15. There's only 4 levels of guardians. I mean, the guardians can come down and incarnate in these lower dimensions. I'm just saying those are the non-polarized levels of our consciousness. That's actually starting with the divine blueprint as well. The 12th dimension is your divine blueprint. So we want to reclaim that divine blueprint. And the indigo children are helping them do that. Now the indigo type 3s are focusing on having a dark, twisted soul in sharing occupancy in your body. It was planned. You're meant to awaken. You're meant to help transmute, heal those thoughts, those twisted, demonic, hateful, judgmental, fear-based thoughts. They keep coming up. They keep coming up. You don't want it. Part of you does not like it. Part of you does not understand what's going on. It's confusing. And it's not as if your 3D parents are going to know how to deal with that or even know that's even happening. They're going to think something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, but they don't know what indigo children are. Neither does mainstream spirituality, by the way. So an indigo, because of the negative Nephilim Anunnaki soul essence, you can have some dark, tendencies. You can be into drugs. You could be a criminal. You can murder people as an indigo type 3, sorry. You could be into bizarre, strange, dark sex. Anything unnatural. There is something called natural and unnatural. So you could be into just like a dark empath. You can be, one of those kids that go and kill other kids, those schoolyard shootings that we've had throughout time. that could be an indigo child. Not because of the Orifeme indigo soul essence, but because of the Nephilim soul essence is managing to be the majority in the person's life, depending on your circumstances, depending on, as an indigo type 3, depending on what what things have happened in your life. Maybe the Nephilim has taken over. It's in the driver's seat, so to speak. It's the one making the decisions. So, this is where you get kids who have ADD, attention deficit disorder, and ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, right? So that seems like, how can that be an enlightened being like an indigo child? I just explained it. Okay? And not to mention that while most billions of humans, and I do mean billions, have no awareness of spiritual dimensions, spiritual identities like higher selves, no clue what is an indigo child. You're not going to find any answers about indigo children in religion. Nothing about indigo children truly in New Age, because you know what New Age is from these teachings. So New Age is clueless about what is an indigo child. Truly. They have, and you won't hear anyone in New Age channels, any person doing, videos or writing books about indigo children. They're not going to be talking about no host matrix. That's not in their vocabulary. And they certainly aren't talking about the 3 types of indigo children. And so, thank you for those hearts, whoever's doing that. Bless you, Holy One. So, this is not a punishment. You're not a failure if you're an indigo type 3. Maybe you feel like that. You don't know. Some of you don't know what the hell is going on. You just know that you're having some serious issues. And if you've got some serious, if you got serious, goes either way. If you have problems with your body, your biology, it will affect your consciousness. If you have problems with your consciousness, you will have problems with your body. So you could be an indigo type 3, this masterful 24-strand potential being, having problems and having sicknesses and diseases and cancers, and you're a criminal, you're a gangster, you're a dark empath, you're a black magician, and you have no clue. But it's in there still. Your Orifeme indigo soul essence still has that potential to turn things around. Your indigo soul lineage is going to bring things into your field, into your path, so that you will, that's the purpose of you here, is to help turn this around. You're not meant to be having these issues and going the Nephilim way. You're meant to go the indigo guardian way. And some of you are successful in doing that. But maybe it will take several tries, several different incarnations. Maybe you're not going to do it in this incarnation. Maybe your dark indigo empath self now's working for the secret space program, or working for the Illuminati now. Now they're using you as a tool. Or maybe the Anunnaki are helping you be one of the chosen ones. You're a chosen one for them, not for Source God. Not for Omni Love, not for empowerment of the human Christos in their spiritual evolution. No, that's not their way. They're going to be using you as a chosen one, because there's no such thing as chosen one in the light. That's a vampiric, that's a Metatronic death science practice. Because after they use you to reverse, you think you're doing planetary good work? You're doing reverse grid work. You're doing reverse Merkaba. Because that's what reverse consciousness, fallen angelic consciousness is. And if they could dupe a bunch of you indigos into doing reverse grid work on Earth. Now you've done your job, you've done the deed, now you're expendable. They're going to eliminate you just like they eliminate the humans. The 3D humans. You aren't no chosen one, homies. You're doing the dark side's work. You're working for the Sith instead for the Jedi, the Skywalker. So you're working for Lord Voldemort instead of Harry Potter, if that's a good analogy. So this is something that is not easy, being an Indigo type 3, and especially if you're struggling with ADD. Bless you if you're dealing with that. ADHD, have some issues with your health, have some, you're the type of person that could be taken to a shrink who's going to be put on depression drugs. All that does, your parents don't know, I'm sure the government knows, that all that does is disempower you. It numbs down your psychic abilities. Now you're not connected to your third eye or your crown or your throat chakra. So you're totally. Let's look at this from the Guardian point of view. But let me check chat for any comments or questions. Pharaoh, you a deep brother? If you're talking to me, thank you, Holy One. This is part of how we roll here at Christos Avatar, and we have a lot of awakened people here in chat. So, thank you for being part of that. I'm just looking for anyone who's tagged Christos Avatar TV in their message. I don't see anyone tagging it. Oh, someone did. Xander Town. I'm entirely new to this spiritual teaching topic. I'd love to learn much as possible. Thank you for being here. You'll certainly learn more, Xander. I didn't see a question there, but thank you for being here, Holy One. Because I tried to talk that, on a beginner and some of the more, you would say, advanced concepts, but enough so everyone could understand, or at least get the main message. Thank you for being here. Let me see. I already got an appetite, but I'll just have to drink more water. Yeah, I don't see any more questions above that. After it's too much time goes by, I can't go to the very top. So, and you guys, as I do this live tonight, please understand that I live off of your, I only can earn an income from your support and your donation. So I ask that you guys please consider. I thank you in advance for even the small gift of $5. You can do a super chat here. There's a $ donation link. I anchored it at the top of chat. You can see it there. Thank you guys so much for your support. This is how I can do this full time. Bless you for all those who can help. We have Until the Sun Dies. Why is the starseed root race for Omicron? What? I think you meant what is. There is no starseed race for Omicron. That's a gold flame, seraphim. The human race is blue flame, and the human hybridization project is all coming out of Elohai, not gold flame. So there is no reptilian starseeds. Now you could be a guardian dragon, reptilian, a good one, because most their race is fallen angelic. But some of them have done host matrices, like I just mentioned, on different time periods. They've been able to heal and become a guardian dragon or guardian reptilian. But they're not helping in the way of being a starseed. A starseed has to do with genetics, and your DNA is helping the earth seeds. That's literally what it is. And this is something that's done over huge periods of time. We're talking about, so far, 25 million years. Because this is the third seeding. We got wiped out human seeding 1. We got wiped out human seeding 2. Now, by the reptilians and the Anunnaki. So there ain't no there is no Omicron in Starseed. So, you could say maybe there's starseeds in their planets, in their dramas playing out, but not in the human starseed drama. Okay, that's all coming from, we even list the starseed races: Antrian, Brenoa, Hibaru, Melchizedek, and Uniceti. There's only 5 starseed races, and they're all coming from Blue Flame. Help in the Earth drama. Now, other races, other planets will have their own seedings and their own, root races and starseed races. So you could be an Omicron starseed for some other drama, some other race, some other planet. But for the human race, it's all blue flame starseeds. And so they're talked about. They're in great detail. I'm not making stuff up. This is coming straight from the Emerald Covenant, Emerald Order Teachings, MCEO. And so, yeah. And this is not well known. This is not really even talked about like in any other teaching. So maybe people have heard of Melchizedek, but they certainly haven't heard of Antrian, Brenoa, who's Hibaru, who's Uniceti, right? And the thing about that is, the starseed races are where human beings, Earthseeds, where human beings get their different skin tones. And that's why there's 5 main skin tones. Starting with the brown skin Lemurians. That's coming from the Antrians. And then there's the red skin Atlanteans, or any other races that have red skin on Earth, or any other races that have blue skin on Earth. If you have brown skin on Earth, I didn't mean blue, brown skin, you're coming from the Lemurian heritage somehow, some way. Hispanics, Latinos, Aztecs, Mayans, Inca, Spanish people. The brown skin is straight up coming from the Lemurian root race, one way or another. Red-skinned people, they're all coming from Atlanteans, one way or another. The yellow skin are coming from the Muvarians, and the Muvarians, or the white skin, are coming from the Aryan. No, I didn't mean Aryan. That's the root race name. Hibaru. Hibaru is the white-skinned starseed. And then the black skin is coming from Uniceti. So the teachings talk about, what the hell? The teachings talk about how all the starseeds were living on the planet before together. And they were, intermingling. This is why our planet has mixed within it different skin tones. And part of the fallen angelic agenda down here is to get us to be racist towards each other and think that we have different origins. You'll see that heavily mostly a lot of hatred between blacks and whites. But the browns and the yellows and the reds are all also part of the drama. But you'll see pro-black people saying, we're special, we're different, the Anunnaki created us. It's all bullshit, man. You're all coming from the human race. You're all on the human planet. You're all part of the same multi-dimensional, multi-skinned race. Straight up. And you can disagree and keep speaking your occult teachings, your New Age distorted teachings, and all that. Because that's where it's coming from. Fallen angelic propaganda, fallen angelic religions, fallen angelic occult systems like Kabbalah. Straight up. Some of you are going to say occult just means secret. It means more than that. And sacred teachings don't need to be secret. You need to keep it from the profane. We're not profane, but you're putting that on the human race. The humans aren't acting angelic, but we are angelic who have fell to a lower level and have amnesia. It's a process of remembering and awakening that. And I remember being a reptilian in 5 lives, but I'm most definitely from the Pleiades. I died an Armenian and became a human. Blessings, Holy One. Thank you for sharing your experience. Yeah, we're like I said, you can have positive reptilian genetics, but just realize the dragon, it's called Dracon, is fallen angelic. Dracos was created by the fallen angelic Dracon. They're fallen angelic. And notice the Dracos are attacking us. They're in the government. They're in the secret. They're in the Illuminati. Some of the Illuminati races are reptilian. The Dracos, not all of them. Some of them are. And they were a part of all the freaking Egyptian lines, the pharaohs, the Babylonian lines, Akkadian lines, or Sumer, all that stuff, and even ancient Egypt and Atlantis. Okay, these are all bloodlines who have been coming through all these ages. They're freaking not human. This is why we have all these different blood types on Earth. We have positive, A positive, B positive, AB positive, and O positive. But we have very, very rare blood types, including A negative. This is the RH factor. Included, there's also the RH factor, but there's O negative, A negative, B negative, AB negative, some null type blood types. Very rare types. Where do you think these are coming from? Not humans. Hybrid humans. This is why you have an RH factor. This is why you have negative blood types and different positive types. Because there's not just one type of being here amongst the human population. There's different types of beings. It's a reality. It's a fact. It can't be explained by your mainstream science. You can try, but even the scientists can't figure it all out because of that factor. It has to do with aliens, intruder races, but they will not acknowledge aliens. They will not even acknowledge all of our planets. They're dismissing some of the planets that are here. We have more than 9 planets. Okay? You're not getting the whole history of humans. You understand that the fallen angels are in power. The fallen angels are controlling your memory, controlling history. Okay? All of the wars, do you think guardians go to war? Fallen angels go to war and attack other people and other nations and conquer and dominate. Dominating, imperialism, communism. These are all red flags that you have demonic, fallen angelic consciousness ruling your governments, ruling your militaries. Going to war is not in our vocab. We don't go to war. We don't harm. We don't kill. The fallen angels harm and kill and vampire and control and are arrogant and are fear-based and are shame, putting people in shame. That's all fallen angelic activity, fallen angelic practices up and in religion. Religions are fallen angelic. Up in the New Age. New Age is fallen angelic. Occult is fallen angelic. Many, many people will disagree with what I just said. It's not your brother Anuhazi making this shit up, homies. It's coming from the huge spiritual tome of the Emerald Order Freedom Teachings, innerchristos Law of One. It is coming from Star Seeds. It is coming from the Indigo Children. Not limited to some book or to some speaker 1, 2, or 3. This is based on the innerchristos and direct vertical connection to source. Your own vertical connection to your higher selves. Your connection to the Guardian Alliance. Your connection to the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, aka Angelic Guardian Nations. Okay, you're coming from the original intention of source God down here. Not some distorted, twisted, something other than human, some transhuman agenda, some disempowering human agenda, some salvation Messiah agenda. Okay, all of those agendas, all the religious agendas, they're blood ritual sacrifice agendas. It's about death. When you see death, when you see fear, torture, suffering, diseases, that's fallen angelic activity. That's food for these demonic beings who are up in our planet, up in our governments. They're the ones, specifically, they are the ones attacking Indigo Children. They are the ones controlling the governments and making sure they check your blood when you're born. Did you not know they prick your baby's foot? They take a blood sample. Every single person in the world, all these governments are taking the blood and finding out who you are. Okay? This is because they are aware of hybrid aliens in the human populace. They are aware of what is an indigo child. They want to make sure they target your indigo child. They want to put your indigo to a shrink. They make programs for the parents to come to. Parents don't know what to do. They have this uncontrollable kid, dark kid. They don't have no knowledge. They go to the government. The government has programs. Who do you think created the ADD foundations? What are they doing in these programs? They're giving you drugs, pharmaceuticals to disempower your indigo guardian being. And you got a guardian in your house and you're freaking dulling its mind, dueling its direct connection to God. You block it with pharmaceuticals and it doesn't remember who it is. It doesn't know who it is. Brothers and sisters, you will find out, when you got love, light, and clueless people, clueless about any of this practices going on, how in the world are they healing? When you don't know the symptoms, you don't know the practices, because you're in Christ consciousness. You're not going to look at the negative stuff. How in the F are you going to help an indigo child? How are you going to help your daughter, your son who's an indigo child, if you're not looking at the darkness? You won't see the darkness in the shrinks, in the psychologist movement. All these experts and who are going to diagnose your kid, your indigo for you. Oh, thank you for diagnosing my kid. Thank you for calming down my indigo child. You see, it does an injustice when you go and look at other Indigo Children videos, completely clueless, man, about what is an indigo child, like Vice. Vice is making documentaries about indigo children. They have no freaking clue what is an indigo child. They are disrespectful to indigo children. They have no solutions for indigo children. There is no indigo child manual. Yes, there is. Emerald Order Covenant has created a manual for indigo children. Let me share it with you. It's called Architects of Light. Machiwa. Let me put that on the screen, holy ones. Let me first show you my time matrix diagram so you can get an idea where the indigo children are coming from. This is the 15-dimensional time matrix. And to all those New Agers out there, they got this confused idea of what is the matrix. They're thinking the Matrix is a fake world that you have to wake out of. You guys couldn't be more farther from the truth. You're not going to get your ideas from the movie The Matrix. We're not in some fake world. We're not in a simulated world. We're not in a virtual reality world. This is a real place where you're living in a real reality. It's made of, the particles are holographic. This is a holographic universe. The physics are holographic. It is spirit manifesting as the illusion of being physical. It is spirit manifesting in the illusion of being an individual. You're not physical and you're not an individual. You're part of the one. The many are the one. You're always actually spirit. But this is the experience that God, source, wanted to experience. God said to itself, because it's not a boy or a girl. God doesn't have a penis or a vagina. God is outside of body, outside of gender. God is outside of matter form. God includes all. It is God. You call it an it because God is in it. God wanted itself to experience what it was like to be, you would say, physical, or the illusion of being an individual. This exists because God wanted to experience it. And not only are we in the 15-dimensional time matrix hologram, well, God also created other holograms, not just this one. And I've even heard Speaker 1, Ashiana Dean, talk about the other time matrices, and not all of them are based on free will. So God has different experiments going on, and this is one of them. We're one of God's experiments, holographic experiments. This is the hologram of matter. It's made of 15 frequencies of God's consciousness, starting with the highest to the lowest. That means lower vibration, higher vibration, oscillation. So we are coming at the highest levels, already evolved. There's no such thing as evolution. What you do is actually de-evolution. Let me say that again. There is no such thing as evolution. There's only de-evolution. And if you de-evolve, what you're doing is reclaiming, not evolving, because you are already evolved. Does that make sense? So spiritual ascension is about reclaiming what you are at the soul level, reclaiming higher in what you are at the oversoul level, reclaiming higher, more and more, reclaiming more of yourself, not evolving to higher levels, but reclaiming to higher levels, reclaiming back, returning back to Source God. So God chose for itself, God's an it, God chose for itself to experience individuality and physicality, or you could say the illusion of it. God wanted to experience it, put its consciousness, so it downstepped itself into different levels. God, that's what it's mentioned in Voyagers 2. God downsteps into the 15D. Downsteps into the 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Downsteps. That's why they're all different levels of frequency. And when you ascend, you're gaining back those levels of frequency. They never left. They just became dormant. And you just, a spiritual journey reactivates that dormant potential. You reawaken, you remember, you reclaim. That's what spiritual awakening is. That's what spiritual ascension is. It's not evolution because you're already evolved. You're just reclaiming your evolution, that which you once were before, that which was within your divine blueprint. We're trying to reclaim our divine blueprint, homies. Yes, you are perfect. You are divine. It's always within you. You always have this inner Christos, this inner God spark. We all do. All beings, not just humans. Plant life, animal life, fallen angelic beings. All beings have a direct vertical connection to Source God, are all part of God, are all part of the One. It's just that you go and fall in. If you fall down, you can forget. The illusion of forgetting is the same as the illusion as manifestation, the same as the illusion of being separate. You're not separate. You didn't actually forget. It's just dormant. It's a form of remembering. Some people are in the path of forgetting. I prefer the path of remembering. I prefer the path of reclaiming, not falling back to source God through death, but through life. Fallen angels and demons choose death. We going down, and into space dust. I choose life. A lot of you do too. You want to expand and expand, not fall and fragment and fragment. So, indigos, just like all beings, come from the top. Indigo children, they're ascended masters. They started off just like you did. You were a ascended master once. Well, these beings are doing service, coming in like a SEAL, special forces. The Indigo children are special forces from the ascended master levels. They jump in like what's that other Green Berets? They jump into the drama. They jump into the time matrix. They go on down. They come on down into the earth drama. They're also called Yanas, Y-A-N-A-S, Yanas. Beings who are coming from ascended masters are the Yanas beings, the Ayani. Yanas, Yani. These are Ayani, these are Indigo children, special forces, Green Berets, Navy SEALs, whatever you want to call it. We're forces that of the highest level. That's what Indigo children are. Notice we're not starseeds. We're indigos, homie. Team Indigo. Special forces dropping in to the Key Riche. Jumping into the Christos level, the Christ level. And according to the teachings, we come through all the way down to Stargate 6. We come to Sirius B. That's where Indigo homies come from. We come all the way down from the highest levels into the Sirius 6 star system. And then from Sirius, we skip 5D, 4D, and come around 5D and 4D into 3D, because this has been taken over by fallen angels. So we go around it through SG6. We get to here to the earth drama. We parachute in. The special forces come on in, Indigo child. Of course, they're gonna attack these special forces. They're gonna attack these specialized guardians with 24 strand, 36 strand, and 48 strand. That's Indigo type 1s and 2s and 3s. Let me bring in another diagram. 1 second here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being with us tonight, Holy Ones. Much respect to all of you. So while humans started off in Lemuria with 2 strands, and then in Atlantis we got 3 strands, and then in today's age we're supposed to get our 4th strand. Not happening. We're falling short. The future races are supposed to get the 5th strand. Okay, 5 strands. Whoopee-doo. I mean, it's cool, I guess. It's cool to have 5 strands, throat Blu-ray. It's cool to have a third eye Indigo ray. But man, when you try to compare 6 strands, we're not comparing, but we're saying when you're aware that there's beings who have 12 strands, there's beings who have 24 strands compared to your 3. There's beings who, this is an Indigo child. And a few other different races have this level too. But Indigo type 3s, if you have this problem as an Indigo type 3, you have an Anunnaki soul with you in your body, you have a 24 strand potential, homie. And then the Indigo type 2s have a 36 strand potential. It goes from Diamond Sun though into the Emerald Sun DNA. And then there's the highest Emerald Sun DNA that has 48 strands. That's where Jeshua, Jesus Christ, came from, the Christos ray. Jeshua, Sananda Melchizedek, was a 48 strand. Of course, that wasn't turned on Earth. When he comes to Earth, he was a 12 strand. He's known as the last 12 strand avatar. 12 strand, baby. This is the actual 12 strand Templar. Hyperborea, Polarian, Lemurian, Atlantean. It's a super hybrid race. All those races I just mentioned, plus you're part Aryan, you have Mavarian race. This is a 12 strand avatar. Unchechi race, future DNA, and starseed DNA. Not Omicron, not Violet Flame, only Blue Flame. Antrian, Brenoa, Hibaru, Melchizedek, Uniseti. Those are 12 tribes, 12 DNA strands, 12 chakra. This is a spiritual badass, but we know that there's higher spiritual badasses. A 24 strand, Indigo type 3, 36 strand, Indigo type 2, and 48 strand, Indigo type 1s. There's very few Indigo type 1s on planet Earth. Most of them are millions of Indigo type 3s. And you'll see in the big diagram, they're Giannis, they're Ayani races coming in, special forces coming in. You could be coming from here. If you're Indigo type 3, you're coming from here. Notice that I put this on the time matrix. Any of these levels is where Indigos are coming from. Ascended Master levels, and the levels within density 5, antimatter, which is hot plasma. What's it called? Thermoplasm. Indigos are coming from thermoplasm or from the cosmos fields, baby. Crystal gas, antimatter, thermoplasm, or the cosmos fields. Primal light, primal sound. You see primal, the Kundalini is primal sound. The Kirashe is primal light. So you're coming as an Indigo child, as a Giannis, as a Ayani, you are coming from the Kirashe or the Kundalini, the highest levels of spirit. There is no ETs who have that level. All ETs start from here and down. This is why Indigo Children are special forces. They're very unusual, unique. And it's a great honor if you are trying to help some 11-strand Anunnaki get its 12-strand. So let me go in here to my Architects of Light. It is got markup on it. Sorry for that, but it's not a big deal. Coming into the light, Secrets of the Indigo Children, a life empowerment workshop. This was created, man, freaking 2000. 2000. So this, remember I said MCEO, Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order Freedom Teaching Series. Okay, so because of being sued or because of problems with the government, they had to put notice of claims and consent and commitment. So let's look at search for let's look at the Indigo strand. I showed you those on my diagram, what those different strands are. This is a 12-strand Diamond Sun matrix. Okay, so let's try to see if we see the higher strand in Ashiana's artwork. There we go. 24-strand Diamond Sun, baby. Compared to some being that has only 3. on earth. This is you, Indigo Child, Holy One. This is your glorious DNA template potential. Doesn't mean it's turned on in the 3D system. That's not even possible. You would blow up the planet if you did that. But you're going to have some of this turned on. This is the double diamond sun DNA. If you're an Indigo type 3, you're freaking coming in with this package. This is of the human Ternesium host race called the Orifeme. This is what Orifeme have. This is why we're called Orifeme, because the Indigo matrix comes through the Orifeme level. It's one of the guardian races. So I told you come to Stargate 6, SG6 and Sirius B. If I said Sirius A, it's a mistake. I mean Sirius B. Through the Orifeme and through other races like the Maharaji, but this is, the blue skin humans. But it's also the Lyran, Anuhazi, Syrian, Azurite, Ternesium, Holy Elohai, Melchizedek, Starseed, Cloister. Founders of the founder race of the human genetic line, and Lao's embodiment of at least 12 strands. That's why I said you're not going to have 12 turned on. 24. You're not going to have 24 turned on. This DNA allows you to have embody. That means you come into body like Jeshua did. He had 12 turned on. He was the last 12 strand to do it. But you have access to 24 levels in hominid form. So there's other levels, not just 24. This is amazing, supernatural, super high level being, man. And they're being doped up on planet Earth and being sent to the psychologists and the shrinks and all this pharmaceutical dark shit, man. It's an agenda. I don't see a 36 strand diagram. But anyways, this is the 48 strand. This is the highest potential you have in the time matrix. This is the most you can possibly have in the time matrix. This is a glorious Emerald Sun DNA, man. And so let's go back to the top. Well, let me go down a little bit, see if there is more. See how I did that in my diagram? Contemporary humans, we're cut off, man. We're not reaching our full potential, man. We're supposed to get 4th strand. We're not. This is why a lot of humans are now stuck in reincarnation. Over and over and over again. And it talks about what humans come in with, and then it talks about what Indigo Children come in, their DNA. The darkened one, that's the ones that are activated, or the ones that you have out of 24 strands. So let me go I didn't see more diagrams. You see, this is Ashiana's diagram of the time matrix. The original one, And you're going to learn the spiritual science. At the beginning of this live, I asked you guys, are you learning the techniques? Are you practicing the techniques? Are you learning any of the teachings or not? Do you know what the signets are? Do you know what the shields are? Do you know what the Cathara grid is? Right here, Cathara grid. Do you know what it is? Do you know what the shield is? This is what you're activating in the Maharic seal. This shield specifically below your feet. Let me see what other diagram is in here. Yeah, okay, so it's not, I don't see many diagrams, but let's look under type 3. Type 3. Type of and purpose for Indigo Children type 3. Wait a second. You guys, I have to plead to you now. I have to ask you guys. I haven't received one donation, and it really hurts. So, Machiwa. I'm calling on all forces. You guys, I'm calling on all forces. You guys, please support this work. Even $2, $5, please support this work, you guys, because I can't do 2 lives a week anymore. If this is going to be like this, I will have to spend my time on making T-shirts to sell. So please support this work, you guys. Please support your brother Enhazi. Continue doing this full time to do these 2 hours, 3-hour lectures for you guys. So I can keep on doing this full time. I would love to do this full time. I want to do this full time. I'm supposed to do this full time. Machiwa, Makaya, Masutas. Much love, much respect. Truly grateful for all of you guys coming on in. All of the homies here. Am I still live even? I can't tell if I'm even live anymore. Yeah. All right, you guys. So, yeah. I'm here live and I do service live here on Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Usually 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I also do lives here on Saturdays, 6 to 6:30 p.m. So that's like 8 lives, during the week. But I also... Is there something wrong with the donation link? Oh, Patreon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought something's wrong. Seems like it. Thank you, Elixir Vision. All right, you guys. Machiwa, holy ones. Just, All right, so indigo type 3s are primary types of indigo children. That means the most prominent one. Each with different version of Orpheum genetic code. That's why I broke down the 24-strand, the 36-strand genetic code, and the 48-strand genetic code. And the indigo type 3s, the most common, is called recessive indigo type 3s. That's the ones that are most incarnate on Earth right now. So... And we started 200 years ago, but I know I've seen it somewhere in, let me look in the other PDF, 1750, I believe. Let me put 1750. Yeah, 1750. I don't see the Guardian ones, but let me check. This is when something happened in 1750, but it might actually say in this one, somewhere later somewhere in this PDF, it might say they were coming around the 1700s, but you could say more started coming in 200 years ago. So that's like the 1800s. But we began birthing in very small numbers. But right now, there's about 2,500,000 plus indigo recessives incarnate now. And remember, this document is from the year 2000. So there's obviously more, and you're going to read more how more came in. But the indigo type 2s are called the dominants. Now, they don't have a soul matrix like the indigo type 3s have. So, but it is the next most common. So that means there's not as many of the indigo type 2s as there is the indigo type 3s. So they became in isolated numbers of indigo type 2s. But notice the dates here. Mostly between, well, this is actually after this. After 200 years ago, they started coming in. You know, they were coming in sporadically. But another 15,000 of you guys indigos, type 3s, came in. So there's a lot of you teenagers dealing with this freaking Nephilim problem. I mean, it's not a, you had agreed to it. So it's not like it's like harming you, but it's something that you're here to do service for. So there's a lot of you who came in recently. And this is, so it's still like, when you consider the population of all of Earth, it's like very, very tiny few of us across the whole planet. I mean, how many of these are in America? How many of these are in Russia? How many of these children are in Hindu, in India or wherever, whatever country? There's not that many of us, right? If you think about it. So they've been coming in for the indigo type 2s about 75 to 100 years ago, but since then, the late 1950s. So if you're around those ages, what is that, like 70 years old, if you're a grandpa, grandma, born in the 50s, you probably, and you think you're very highly spiritual and got these, your third eye open, which is the indigo ray, you're more than likely you're an indigo type 2. Just look at your life, look at your perspective. And we'll talk about more about what their attributes are. But 500,000 indigos incarnate now, and another 130,000 between 1999 and 2005. Those will also be like young adults now. I mean, you could have already had kids, right? So now here's the least common. 60s and 70s, that's where Ashana's birthday is. That's where my birthday is. And that's what I resonate with. And it says literally out of 8 billion, there's only 350 of us. But they talk about that there's more coming in, more with the other indigo type 3s who came in 1999 and 2017. Well, there's some of these indigo type 1s coming in between 19. So there is some young indigo type 1s. 150,000 came in. Planetary protection agreement. A birth wave. Okay, so there's been a birth wave of indigos, which is return of the Emerald Order. So you're considered the ancient elder race Oraphim, returned to Earth to fulfill the Emerald Covenant, an agreement made a long, long, long time ago. So remember I said they do not abduct normal humans. What are they going to do with a regular human? They want you guys. They want you indigo children. Type 1, Type 2, Type 3s. The contemporary UFO movement with contactees claiming to be abducted by aliens is part of the hybridization agendas. I'm not talking about Zeta gray aliens. Guardians are not gray aliens. Taking place, fulfilling your Emerald Covenant, and our ancient intruder visitors have returned to attempt hijack of our evolution. They attack us. They kidnap us. They put us in their secret space programs, MyLab programs, or put us into. Make sure we end up with ADD, ADHD. Make sure we end up with a shrink, a psychologist. Make sure we end up with their medications. So, now this is a little bit about your qualities. They were part of this hybridization with the Nephilim. I'm not making stuff up, you guys. Anunnaki plus the cloister human, the starseed human, the indigo human, I mean. So that creates a new line to evolve, here on Earth. It's a hybrid line. You are a hybrid with two souls in one body. Here it is right here. You're an Orifim Nephilim hybrid. Indigo Nephilim hybrid. This is what it is in Indigo Type 3. Indigos Type 3s have an Orifim 24 strand. That's what you are. I just showed you the diagrams of what a 24 strand looks like. Double diamond. Plus, remember, fallen angels like the Nephilim only have 11 strand. None of the fallen angels have anything greater than 11. It's a reverse Templar sun. We have diamond sun and double diamond sun and emerald sun. They have something called reverse Templar sun. But once the indigos successfully helps transmute this, it will give this Nephilim a 12-strand diamond sun potential, and then they can finally spiritually ascend. Otherwise, they're stuck in the matrix. This is why they ask guardians for help, which is an Indigo Type 3, so they can grow their 11th strand. Does that start to make sense to you guys? So the indigos are literally two soul incarnations, two different avatars. The Orifim Indigo avatar and overseeing, okay, you're the one in charge, you're supposed to be, unless this one starts taking over, oversees the Nephilim avatar spirit essence. As a matter of fact, I remember that Ashana even talked about this. You're the one overseeing the Nephilim. It is the Orifim Indigo soul essence who unplugs some of the Templar of the Nephilim, and that's why the children have ADD, ADHD. You saw it right there. Maybe it doesn't say this here, but I know it's somewhere in this workshop that the Orifim Indigo can unplug to have, because this is an agreement. It's not doing something wrong or against the will, because this Nephilim agreed to this you overseeing it. And the core of your life purpose, Holy One, even though it feels like hell sometimes, you feel these extremes of polarity of a fallen angel and a guardian angel. Okay? You feel this extremes of polarity in your life. But your life serves an important role on the greater plan of healing the DNA distortion, transmuting the Nephilim and Anunnaki distortions. So, because of this, extreme in polarity, you guys, you're highly intelligent, you're mathematically inclined, you could be athletic, but you may have difficulty with emotional bonding issues, and it may seem like you have an angel and a devil in one body. And this is a validation for a lot of you guys. This is a confirmation of what you're going through, what you're experiencing. Machiwa. So, indigo type recessives, this is more information about you guys. Are unique in that your incarnation, your lifetime involves more than one family line of consciousness. Now, if you guys remember our star sister Akasha, she didn't get it. She didn't agree. Well, this is straight up coming from Iasha. It's coming from the Emerald Order. This is exactly an agreed upon healing host matrix. It's not some strange thing to have two souls in your body. It's an agreement. Your spirits are literal composites of two entirely different avatars incarnating in one body. The Orifim avatar and is the dominant force. If the gene code activates properly, the second avatar spirit essence is this Nephilim, the race of giants who killed us, who murdered us, and human seeding too. The gene code of the Nephilim is that of the 11-strand reverse templar. Okay. The Nephilim race has been trapped between HD and Density Universe 1 and D11 manifestation cycles. You know, this is they're stuck here because of this, you know, reverse templar they have. So it's an agreement. It's a guardian, natural, organic agreement, not something weird, not something bad. Okay, to have the Nephilim two avatars in one body, and so it is subservient to the Nephilim. I'm trying to get rid of this highlighting. The Nephilim avatar must agree to function in subservience to the Orifim avatar. That's the agreement of the host matrix, and they both did agree. So the Nephilim regains its D12 fire letters. Something talked about big time in the Guardian teachings. The fire letters. Well, because of two souls in one body, now you're able to do that when they weren't able to before, as you read up here. So the Nephilim can evolve to experience the frequencies of love, the frequencies of genuine bonding and compassion for other life forms, because the Nephilim, hateful, murderous soul essence, is not used to these energies. But now, because they're mixing with you as an Orifim, Indigo child, type 3, well, now they can start to experience some of that. But your life is not going to be easy, you guys. You have the most difficulty in balancing your polarity due to this reverse Nephilim matrix. So this is a big thing. And I'm trying to see, okay, you can tend to be aggressive, hyperactive child, testing the extremes of your boundaries between right and wrong, constantly challenging authority. You're the child from hell. But you could do a complete turnaround and be angelic and loving behavior. At times it seems as if the child has an evil twin that emerges a dark side to the personality. You don't see people understanding that. Even in our own communities, people don't get it. But this is an agreement, you guys. And a lot of you validate this in your own experiences. You're going through some twisted things. You're love. You have your guardian. You're supposed to be helping the humans. Well, you are. You're like in a battleground. It's not easy for you. And so you could go through these extremes, Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde, kind of extremes. So you're the child from hell, probably. It just depends on who, how the healing is going along, how that transformation is going along. If you're going to be successful, because sometimes the indigo child is not successful. Machiwa. Because most people will not understand. How can this dark kid be in the guardian? Now you understand why. And I saw all kinds of low vibe comments saying, oh, you're trying to explain away your ADD or ADHD or your toxic behavior. But no, we're explaining why this being is having this. if you're psychic and you feel like you're not from Earth, well, this is the explanation. Whoa! There's suddenly now chat revenue. Oh my God! Thank you. Those who helped tonight. It's a relief, as you can see. Gina Sutton, Machiwa Star Sister, give me a hug. Give your brother a hug. Give your brother a White Russian toxic. That's an inside joke between me and Gina. So, thank you, Gina. Bless you, Star Sister. July, Star Sister, 999, powerful numbers. Thank you so much. Blessings to you too as well, Holy One. Much respect. Eduardo, Cora, Team Meow, Team Liren, Team Anuhazi. I don't mean me, I mean the race called Anuhazi. The most beautiful experience I had in my life was meeting my star family. Thank you so much for that, Eduardo. Thank you for that exchange of energy. Woohoo! I almost feel like getting lit with you guys now. Trinity Coaching Support 1212. You guys know your numbers. What's up? Keep up the good work, fellow Indigo 1. The documentary Code 12 briefly mentions the Cathara Code 12 Sphere Tree of Life. Code 12. Let me write that note down real quick. I'll copy and paste. Oh, it's not letting me? I can't copy and paste. Oh, I can select Code 12. I'll look that up. Thank you for that. Machiwa, keep messaging going. In Latin. Thank you, Holy One. Woohoo! Yeah! What's up, brother? Thank you, man. Thank you so much, you guys. More 999 powerful frequencies. Syrian Star Princess. That's amazing. Thank you for that exchange. Thank you, sister, for holding space with us tonight and in this indigo frequency. I can't do this without you guys. It won't always be like this because in the background, I'm gonna be trying to put together this Christos Avatar apparel line. I have to do something, and besides the artwork, I want to make apparel and put a lot of the frequencies of the Christos on our T-shirts and stuff, or whatever, hoodies or whatever. I'll be wearing my own apparel eventually on the show and at drum circles representing. Maybe it'll have a website that people can check out, or the channel. And so, yeah, Christos Avatar TV, Omni Christos Love, Guardian, or God Sovereign Free. Yeah, baby, what's up? What's up? Woohoo! Thank you, guys. You're awesome, man. Yeah, Lauren. Thank you, sister. Kuzra, let's get lit. So, I don't get lit very often on the show. You guys know that. And then the freaking one time I got lit with you guys, I get some negative comments. Are you high? Delete. Goodbye. Those people, there's high frequency, high vibrations, and then there's what the F, low frequency. There's no conversation here, down here. This mind this child spiritually, I don't know, small thinking. Can't go outside of this. Are you high? Are you on drugs? So you transmute, so you block, so you mute, so you say goodbye. Because you aren't going to get nowhere in that low vibe 3D consciousness. Yes, I smoke cannabis. It's a spiritual plant medicine. It awakens your chakra. You can't say that to a person who says, are you high? You see right away, within 1 second, you see where their mentality is, where their templar is down here. In the butt chakra, in the groin chakra, in the solar plexus chakra, you see a 3D person a mile away what comes out of their mouth. And then there's brothers and sisters like you who know, who see, who have experiences of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, not the are you high type of people who have no experiences. Yeah, brother, sister, I'm high on life, I'm high on spirit. I am activating my templar, I'm raising my consciousness. I am reaching and connecting to my higher selves. But you can't talk like that to a person who says, are you high? Machiwa. No, I'm not high, but I'm going to get high. What's up? You know, seriously, the person who said that, the two people who said that, it was a 3-hour video. And that's all they got. That's all they got out of it, huh? Omnicristos love, baby. Much respect to all of you. I'm going to lay down some frankincense. I mean, you guys have got to get the same type of low vibe people coming at you, right? Sometimes, right? Of course, when you're public and you got 450,000 subscribers and your video reaches millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people or whatever, you're going to get a percentage of that, of really, truly low vibe. And not just that, not just immature comments, you're going to get aggressive and negative and hateful comments and judgmental comments too. I don't mean on the cannabis, I mean on just the topics that I'm teaching. If I'm teaching about Anunnaki, if I'm teaching about Indigo Children or whatever. People laugh and mock about Lyran cat people. They laugh about Indigo Children being from the stars and from higher dimensions. This is billions of humans, you guys. Did you see the numbers in the Architects of Light PDF? Thousands of Indigo Children. Maybe a few million Indigo Children. Maybe not more than. There's no way there's more than 10 million Indigo Children. When you saw the numbers by the Guardian Alliance showed us the actual numbers. There's only millions of us. I would say up to 10 million. Guess what? That is only 1/10 of 1%. So if that's a 1%, then what's 10 increments? 1/10 of 1% of the human race is Indigo Children. It is the Indigo Children, but there's also starseeds. There's a population of starseeds who are, not the same as Indigo Children, who are coming with higher chakra. But when it comes to Indigo Children, tonight's topic, there's only 1/10 of 1% of us on planet Earth. Excuse me. So I'm debating. I'm feeling it out. Should I get lit or not? I'm feeling it. I'm checking it. I say it's okay for me to get lit. And so you can say the live is basically, the main topic is basically over, but when I get lit, I'm still going to talk about Indigo Children, but not from, the mannerism will be different. It won't be like this, you guys. It will be more relaxed. I will be more childlike, like, easygoing. If you want to get lit with me, you guys, put a fire emoji in chat. Okay? Put a fire emoji in chat. If there's at least 9 of you, because I love that number 9. If there's 9 of you who want to get lit with, who say let's get lit, then we're going to get lit. If not, then we'll do it some other time. I'll do it at the drum circle this weekend, Because I haven't gone to the Vegas tribe, the Vegas drum circles in a long time. Yeah, Asha Nadine is teaching more of the advanced teachings in between 1998 up to 2008. Something happens after that year, but you guys can choose what you want. But there's you seemed happier when you weren't smoking. Well, I still have my trampoline. I'm actually pretty more easygoing when I smoke. It actually, so I don't know what you're saying, Holy One, but you're gonna get feedback like that. You're gonna get people saying that. That's basically, how you have disclosure and subtle disclosure. That's subtle judgment. Crossing Ways, Sean MV, Kim Shutt, Brandy Ladnier, Indigo One, Cass, Kujra, 2 more. Gina, my star sister Gina, 8. You guys, I honestly do not smoke that much. I honestly don't. Like I used to smoke every day back in the day. And when you do that, when you smoke all the time, we got 9 people, so we're gonna get lit. When you smoke every day, then you need it to you're in a habit of needing it to fall asleep. I learned I didn't need it to go to sleep. I mean, after I got myself through that cycle of cutting myself off, now it's just celebration. Like now it's celebration with you guys. Some people will leave the live, but there's some of you who still enjoy it. So let me get it real quick. Machiwa. Thank you to all my homies who's kicking back with us. Machiwa. Wait. I guess it's right there. Let me get that. I don't see where the pipe is. Sorry guys, we got this, I think. It's been so long, I can't even find my pipe, so. This looks like it, but shit. So what happens with plant medicine, like cannabis? What you do, Indigo Child, you literally temporarily, not all the time, you open the other chakra. I mean, you temporarily, you would say, activate it, open it. There's a conduit. It's like, you know, the vortex could be wide. A fully open vortex is like a wide open, but you could have a crack open. You're getting normally, like now, you're just getting a crack full of six-dimensional third eye, a crack of your crown, just a little tiny bit streaming out until you fully activate it. Cannabis will do this, open it a little bit wider, temporarily. And then the medicine, you're co-creating with the medicine. And this is what I've literally experienced. This is what I feel and see. And the shift is obvious. So, and you guys can disagree. But when it comes to something really hardcore medicine, like if you're an indigo child and you want to really, you know, one of the things that I've done as an indigo child is I tried this plant medicine, psilocybin. Psilocybin will totally, as long as I always have a caveat to that. You want to be in a positive state in your thoughts, in your mood. You want to even try to fast a day before. That means no eating for a whole day before. And then it's kind of like you treat it with great respect, the experience that you're about to have. So you want to be clean as possible. When it comes to a really strong medicine like that, you want to be clean as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be hitting some low astral energies down there in your trip. You might break through the astral and go into higher dimensions, but you're going to get some negative energies while you're breaking through. You see what I'm saying? This is why, if you guys really want to explore your consciousness, I encourage you to try psilocybin and to do it, if you got a dose, like 5 grams. I recommend that you start with, on the evening you're going to do it, and you're in a great state and you're clean and pure. I recommend that you do it in a little bit first, like 1 gram or 1.5 gram. If you're totally new to the medicine, only do 0.5 gram. Just a half. See what you feel. See if you start to shift into seeing energy, like a lucid light, color, where you start to see other realities. See, this is something that, remember, only 0.1% of 1/10 of 1% of the planet are awakening themselves. They don't believe in this stuff. This is why they mock us. This is why they say, are you on drugs? This is why they have no idea what is spirit or consciousness or what a mushroom trip really is if you're on a spiritual journey. If you're just doing this to party and have fun, what the F, dude? Huh? This is not what the medicine is designed for. It's hitting your consciousness. It's not meant for party time. If that's what you're doing, more power to you. Just saying. I gotta use a toothpick. This looks like my pipe. It just looks different for some reason. And the last time I smoked was when I was at the drum circle in the Contact in the Desert. So I try to smoke less and less, but every now and then, you listen to yourself. It's a barometer, man. How you feel. How do you feel? Do you believe you need to stay away from something or to stop doing something, or something calling you? So you pay attention to that, just like you see synchronies. You pay attention to signs of what you need and what you don't need. Even is the same with people. There's some people you don't need, and some people you're looking for a certain type of connection. Oh my gosh. When there's none in here, I gotta try to get crumbs or grind something else. I think I'll just get what's in here. Yeah, I got a bowl from that. Green tobacco. That's what we got here is green tobacco. You just take some tobacco and add some color dye, green color dye to it. Wacky tobacco. Starmatism. Starmatism is here, huh? Hey, brother, I showed your pictures from Egypt last night, or on Saturday. What's up, man? Woohoo! Party time! Okay, so you guys, some of you have been here since the beginning. You saw me for 2 hours. You will see a shift, but it's a positive shift, not a negative shift like somebody's saying. It's a positive shift, and it could even do light language. What is light language? It's not channeling. It's connecting to my own self. I don't do channeling. I don't allow it. I don't allow other beings to come into my light body. I don't want that, and I make sure I always defend against that. So, and I want to say on top of that, we have 1,728 minimum other incarnations, other selves, other identities. Some of those are dark. So you could do, let's say, psilocybin and be affected by one of your dark other selves. This is why you treat it like a ritual at the very beginning. You do your blessings, your intentions, your prayers, your shield up. And this is intention. Over your wacky tobacco, whatever you're working with. You can inner speak. Why not put Christos love into it? Why not put your intention, whatever intention, charge things. Get used to charging anything. Charge your water. Charge your food. You'll see religious people blessing from Jesus or God, but you do it. What do you mean? You don't need no middleman. You do it. Machiwa. Intention. You know, religious people aren't feeling energies in their palms or their third eye. They think that's all demonic. You know, religion is about disempowering you, not empowering you. Take a drink. So we're going to be online for 30 more minutes. And from a different, unique perspective. It's been a long time, so I can't handle it sometimes. I mean, I can't, I feel my chest, my third eye, templar chakras already. But I didn't get a good hit. That was me coughing. I should have said that at the beginning. It was possible I could fail. Let me see if I even smoked the whole thing. It seems like most of it. I think I just want a tiny bit, because when I cough, I don't get it all, right? You know, one thing I like about going to spiritual activities with other groups of people, like the drum circles, is you got other people who can relate to your indigo life. You can't talk about this stuff to 3D people, man. To your 3D parents, your religious family. You just can't talk about aliens, and you see the medicine's already is already going. You know, you can't talk about Christos with religious people. You want to tell them about religious people, about the inner connection to God. But they're going to say blasphemy. I guess the medicine still reached me even though I was coughing. Ugh. You know, I just... When something doesn't go like you wanted to, you want to fix it. That's my Virgo side. My Virgo side says, man, you didn't do it right, then didn't do it right, but I don't need another whole bowl. I just need shit. Like a half or a quarter now of this wacky tobacco. Yeah. It's making sure that it's not plugged up, right? Oh, man, if I can even scoop anymore. Right? But yeah, I mean, I went to Peru. Man, met some powerful people there. Met shamans. Man, that's enough. Other indigo children. Other, races of beings. Let's do this right. Just one small. Machiwa. So you will be able to see another side of your brother Anahazi. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Oh. That's normal. You guys, I just gotta say it's gonna be very freaking strong. This is when your tolerance goes back to zero. The medicine is so much stronger. And by the way, that's another reason why you don't want to do it every day, because your tolerance stretches way the F out, so it's not so strong anymore. You're stuck in some mediocre place. The first part is just getting past the point, you guys. I can like help others now, because I know some of my brothers and sisters out there are just dependent. Like I was once dependent because, you know, I needed it. I thought I needed it for sleeping because it was so hard to sleep for a while. And so this is truly a medicine. It's been called a medicine for many different reasons. If you see this thing healing, what the F, you know, because some people demonize it. So, and I can understand why, because let's say somebody isn't like have some type of spiritual activity, you know, paranormal, you can call it, alien stuff, alien stuff. You know, other people think you're crazy, but you're actually are more spiritually evolved. You're able to see these other dimensions. You see these, man, you have lucid dreams. Oh, this is, I mean, you see these connections, this energy, and you're getting awareness to control this energy. Chicas. Like, this is what I usually do. I feel around my chakra because it feels so good. Like the energy's strong. You got horizontal, third eye, in the back. That's a ray. That's a dimensionalized consciousness. That's you would say, in one universe, we live 144 times. That's particle. And then there's antiparticle. That's another 144 times. You live 288 simultaneous selves. And so sometimes your mind is expanded for a moment even. You see the higher reality. Oh my gosh. Like you didn't believe, you suddenly became a believer, or you just witnessed it as so strong. You know it's this higher part of you. You're just not always tuned into that. Not 24/7. You wouldn't need to be here if you're not going to be here, you know, part of the time. If you're just always away, you want to be on 3D Earth too, grounded. So you have connection all the way up to source. All is source. You're in the field of source. But the conscious awareness is only limited to what it can currently perceive. So you see that people only see 3D. You see where they are. No judgment. But you understand more that even if some of them want to awaken, they just don't have no hope or no strength, no determination. So it's nobody's fault. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. Damn. like I feel a greater being. This is what I mean. You guys, I don't have to convince you. Those of you who are awakening, you know these psychic realities are real. These spirits are real. These alien beings are real. You know you're part of this huge, well, for us light, guardian effort. You're part of this guardian effort. Everything we do, remember, the Guardian Alliance is with us. Yeah, there's dark beings and races and dominions, but there's still Source God here too. You know, we talk about the law of one. We talk about omni-love. We talk about equality for all, not some elite, not some chosen ones, not some believers only. All. Chiwa is God. There's no way you can be separate from God. You couldn't be an individual. You're part of the collective. You're part of the one. You're one with God. At one mint. Feel this. It's a true feel. The energy is divine, like greater mind, because you have yourself, you have your race of humans, and then you have Machiwa. Angels and archangels. Holy shit, dude. I feel my solar plexus chakra, my sacral, my roots, my feet. So that's near my Christos shield. 6 inches below your feet, man. It's strong. So I practice these techniques. It's called the Kathara Biospiritual Healing to begin with. And it works. It's just so subtle because we have so much warfare going on, so much like conflict. It's like you could truly, when you learn about how these beings are vampires, then you see, whoa, they're attacking our universe. They're attacking our life. And this is not about fear. This is about energy. There is some type of black hole pulling. So, I mean, it's a darkness. It's an ancient darkness, but we're guardian angelic nations. We're God, the original, you call intention of God. What God is outside of distortion is omni-love. There is no this illusion that you're part or separate from God, a part or separate. No, you can't go outside of the God of everything. Think about everything. How could you go outside of everything? That doesn't make sense. You are the everything. We are the everything. I am God. It's not blasphemy. It's freaking awareness of unification of this eternal spirit source God. Oh, Chiwa. The ancient elder races knew. We're remembering the starseed, the indigo child. We're remembering the destruction of Armatena. Saddens our heart. Armatena. Machiwa. We have Gaia. We have Tara. We have Earth. So we are these mighty beings. Chikas Masuo. I see these felines, man. Kawaite mohaka. Hachiwaka nichiwa. I'm still here, but it's so strong. I let this energy flow because it feels positive to me. Akai moshuta. Akama wuhuki. Awaka imoshuta. Wachimava huniba. A akuichi nai wahate. Okai mohate. Ochimasotas. Hakamahata. Hechewa homote. Kahatahaye. Epochimukoye. Hachumuhane. Akahihi hasainima. Blessed, man. I feel this is positive, man. Loving.
Ota makashiwasu. Achiwakanahi waha. Ahita homokoshi. Ahokahita hishifusoha. Kahipu chanahi umahate. Ukavishitivo kushuha. Kai wakushuama papache.
Dude, it seems so freaking ancient. Like, but I feel like weird energy in my hands, like on my feet, my hands, my root. Like the bottom of your feet. I know to someone who hasn't experienced anything like that, this seems unreal, or I'm faking it, or he's acting, or some shit. That's a kind of like a fear, you know. There's only love in God. I mean, this is the being that gave us all free will, and it's all, you know, expressing itself in its own vibration. We're all this different vibration, but also part of the one. And it's start to see many different things at once. It's like, didn't know that's possible in my regular mind, but in a super, or, you know, we have a planet, but we have a galaxy, galactic level of consciousness. It's like familiarity. When I'm there, when I'm in that vibration, I can see a lifetime. I can see a people. I can see a planet. It's like I see water or something. It's this weird feeling because I feel all my templar, and I'm like, see different timelines, man. But when I wake up, it's like waking from a dream. Like, I won't remember I was like, what in the world? I'm like for a moment I saw something greater. I did. You are, brother, sister. We're feeling something greater. And then, I mean, no, that's not better, greater. That's comparison. I mean, let me correct myself. You feel something expanded. That's better, I guess. You feel expanded, better, more, bigger, more memory, more self, more identity, more memories. It's wild. More identity, more memory, more, you know. I want to remember everything, don't you? Like, it's a desire, it's a passion, a master of consciousness, master of energy. Chikiwa, you can move all this energy, man. You guys are powerful beings. Chichiwa, this takes a little bit of oh my gosh, that was wild. Achieva apaka ichi. When I say something, I feel frequency, like a it's like, whoa, blessings, man. Akiwasu. I put so much effort into making sure the light based, like making sure that you're part of this love, the love side, not like a fake love, not an unequal, unified, Christic love. I mean, love yourself in a Christic frequency. You are Christos, holy Christos.
the light, not a mutilated, sacrificed, blood ritual sacrifice Messiah figure. Bless your beliefs, but realize the distortion, and you can decide. What is darkness? Look at this. Achiwa. Some of that was, you would say, ancient history. Like, not even from Earth. Like, like, have you guys remember 8D? 8D is meta-galactic core. And it's like a major gateway into our time matrix. I mean, there's different ways, like the 12D, but or the Rishi level, but mostly you're coming out of one of these, like, reincarnation from many different lifetimes, past or present, is your full potential, and that includes human potential and animal potential, plant life and potential, subatomic life. You're part of the quantum. You know, your source God energy. You're everything that exists. You see this in this, like a huge ray flow through your crown, like like only see light, see white light, brilliant white light all around you, brilliant white light. It's coming out of your palms, this brilliant white light. You have this power coming out of Shikimasu, generating this like a sphere of energy. It's crazy, man. Like, I feel energy building up in my hands. Like, you have memory of different types of modalities, different types of realizations, like other worlds, like other technologies. It's like brilliant, man. Oh, man. Expansive. It's like I'm a visionary. I see things like, I mean, some people don't have sight or they can't see clearly. I'm a visionary, so clairaudient, I guess. Not like 24/7. But yeah, when you take something, like I said earlier, you expand for a little while, not all the time. And this is why I'm honored to share this with some of the you people, people, some people who are understand this maybe, or even experience similar, or think you have resonance. I mean, it comes from a space of love, machiwa, awareness, responsibility, healing, transformation. Machiwa, ascension, wakuye. Whoa. It's like, you feel like Jedi or something. But not really, but I on some level, I feel electrified. Like, whoa. Like, you can generate powerful frequency at will. It's like, oh, man. It's weird sensations all along my spine. Like, they call that Kundalini, man, or something, because it feel it down my skull, my crown to down my back of my head, down my spine. It's like a pleasant feeling. So, wow, damn. And then you can shift into, some other romantic things, or it seems like people are just miss the opposite sex, like they like if they lived just as one gender, they didn't appreciate the opposite sex, or didn't lack it, or weren't aware of it. But it's so much romance and beauty out of love, and that's a powerful, loving energy of Creator God. That trumps everything else. If you wanted to change anything in your life, make yourself more loving. Just like God is omni love. Embrace that into your identity and know that you're omni love. I love all my Chiwa holy ones. That was good. That was nice. Like, wow. Like, all along my palms, my freaking fingertips. It's like a trip, man. This is extra. This is extra good, like blessings. You feel this like emotion that's so deep, like you've never felt before. It feels like this. They think of you as treasure. We are their treasure. They love us so much. We are their treasure. And I get that sometimes, and it's so overwhelming. Like parents love, like love baby, or love, like this reciprocal love, cherish, and something happened. Not everyone feels this love, cherish, or they're not in love, or they have problems with love, or they're lonely, or miss being alone. Transition. You guys are transitioning, homies. Indigo child. Becoming something better. You're not mainstream. You're a rebel. Peacefully awakening. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I'm sovereign and free. You remember you're God, sovereign, free. GSF, baby. Ooh, what's up? I am GSF. I'm God, sovereign, free. I'm God, sovereign, free. Remember you're God, sovereign, free. That's a awareness of unity consciousness, because we're all God. That's sovereignty. You're all God. It's sovereignty. And then other people will say that's blasphemy. That's a bad thing. What? Who do you think attacks the right, the good, the true thing? You understand peacefulness, right? Peacefulness, love, but some people just want war and aggression and bullying and taking control. This is vampiric energy, frequency. It's not hard to feel it. It takes honesty and takes integrity, and we want to become a better version of ourselves. And so we'll expand quickly in this human drama. Oh man, I got this already tapped out here. I love you guys. What's up, homies? Lemon seed in my water, or tea, or water, yeah. Oh, wrong one, sorry. Thank you guys for all of you who hanged with me, man. You guys are beautiful. Blessings to you. Desiree McKenzie joined the trip. Yeah, man, we're just tripping, homies. You are, Richard? No way, bro. No, I'm more stoned than you, he says. Maybe he's telling someone else. No, it's beautiful because, oh man, it's strong. Like, positive, strong. Like, hey man, I found the light. I love the light. like cheering the light, cheering the inner God, the inner Christos. Oh yeah, baby. Inner God, inner Christos. It's just saying that word is powerful. Inner Christos. Yeah, baby. Inner Christos. Yeah. Inner Christos. Yeah. Beautiful. You can think of happy and smiling, healthy, freedom. You love your sovereignty. It's not about money or taxes. You're just free. Liberation, sharing, and co-creating, and being at one with all life. Be at one with all life. Be at one with all life. Unity. The reason why we have darkness and other beings killing and eating other beings, you call it the animal kingdom, but some people are just doing that to each other, not maybe physical cannibalism, but feeding off of them, seeking almost like piranhas or like jackals, little group of little demonic creatures. Chiwa, death, blood, devour, cannibalize, death. Did you get that part? Death? What are you involved with? Stop practicing death. Chivasu. Like some people are. You think about that. Your life. You're bringing in life. You're bringing in light. They're bringing in darkness. They're bringing in death. Whoa. Pull. War. Because you see it. You see the good side. You see that there's definitely a dark side. So they're conflicting. So it's a spiritual war. And oh man, feel it down your spine. Ooh, kundalini. Feels good. Like pleasurable. I feel my palms. Oh, baby. Gee, it's like awesome. I wish I could package that and say, hey, I want to feel that every time I want to, Poof. There it is. All right, baby, I did it. You can say, I did it. I raised my consciousness. I awakened my Christos. Gangsters. We're bringing in the light. We're bringing in the soul, the oversoul. The avatar. The Rishi. The ascended master. God source. Woohoo, baby. Yeah. God source. God love. Ooh. That sounds like hippie shit or like you're crazy kind of shit, but no. Not when you start freaking going and, the consciousness changes a vibration into a certain frequency. You're connecting through this frequency, this energy, this light. You say the solar rishi, man. Melchizedek's ascended masters. Melchizedek. What's up? What? Where did that come from? Melchizedek, Blue Flame, Guardian, Indigo Child, Orpheum. Achiwasu. Definitely Lyran. Ooh, feel that pause of power. You're Lyran, you have these paws. They have claws. You have paws and claws. So, Ukimatsiti owa amatiwa. Like you're Lyran. You're this cat people. Ochivastitaine. It's like, damn, man. It's like I'm starting to feel like paws or something. Like something different. Cat's paws. No, crazy. I gotta learn like Christic Reiki. Christic Reiki. Okay? Christic Reiki. Because that's takes regular Reiki and transmutes it. So you're like, what the F are you talking about, dude? You're just high. No, man. Seriously. Chikasmasuo. Oh, like up the spine. So it feels like, ooh, like, ah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like good feeling. Almost like enjoyable, sort of. I wonder how long that lasts. Shit. And my water, shit. Okay. Oh, fudge. That's all right. I make sure I have a couple bottles. Thank you guys so much, man. This feels honor. I've been doing some more animations, and they're becoming more realistic. So I want to do so much storytelling with you guys from the Emerald Order point of view, and just being Team Light and feeling those 12 attitudes of mastery. Ah, machiwa. Ah. Woohoo. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging with your brother Anhazi. What's up? Don't worry. I promise I won't always do this. But allow me at least once every few lives to just mokoye moshutai bullshit. Let it out. Because something pulls where I say, yeah, there's this manifestation, this desire. And then, chikismisi. Like goes beyond your expectations. Like, whoa, holy cow, I didn't realize. But you feel it turn on, and you're saying, wow, that's strong. It's like more than I thought was possible, right? like you're second guessing yourself. Am I really experiencing that? Is that happening right now? What is that? A memory or alive? What? Because it's like you suddenly got dumped a bunch of memories. Whoa, look at that lifetime. But then it might just deactivate from your shock. You came out of a different state of mind and, oh, I lost it. Darn it. What was that? I had a brilliant thought. What was it? Raise your hand. Yeah, I used to have brilliant thoughts. I did have a brilliant thought. I didn't write it down. I didn't record it. I used to always have this recorder ready for brilliant ideas. I sort of stopped doing that automatically, but I guess I could pick it up again. But it's always good, kind of like in practicing mindfulness, to have a diary. And if that's on a computer notepad note or something, whatever, float your boat, Yeah. It's just a great honor to be learning about Anuhazi felines. It's a great honor to meet some of these other guardian races and all the star seeds, and like you see family, you feel family, you feel like layers of yourself, multitudes of yourself, and it's so awe-inspiring. Even if you see some of this is dark, like some of your own self is maybe a little dark in some other dimension or past or lower frequency. you can still heal over that. I mean, you can still learn two concepts at once, right? Like some of you probably won't get past certain things and you'll start to doubt what you just learned about spirituality when it's so unbelievable how it helps you see more knowledge that you didn't learn on 3D Earth, but I learned it somewhere other lifetime, or, it's simultaneous time. I am remembering a simultaneous time. A person, a woman, I see a simultaneous event in another self, in another timeline. Maybe that's a higher frequency timeline. This chikima oh, cool, yeah. Damn, dude. This is strong. Yeah. Like bilingual. More than one language. I feel this. Oh, chikima I can't remember it lasting that long. Okay, guys. I'll gain my composure. Thank you. Yeah. Whew. Gratitude. Happiness. Joy. Woo. It's a better idea of joy. I feel joy. And this is going to look so ghetto to some people. They're like, what the fuck you doing, man? No, man. It's like, whoa, baby. Fuck. Thank you. Thank you, holy ones. I didn't know God could feel so good. Ooh. It's not sexual. I'm not like erected or something. I'm just like, feels good. Somebody give you a massage, it could feel good, or maybe it feels horrible for you. I don't know. Here's a massage, sweetheart, from a beautiful woman or something. Like, well, okay, thank you. It's like, oh, sorry, I was just maybe went to margarita for, that's not my favorite one, but I actually know that you shouldn't want to drink, but like at a holiday, like when I've never seen my brother in a while, I'm not going to pass that up. Like that's something I could do with my brother and like, ooh, like, what's up, brother? One brother, one sister. And wow, are we all three different? Write in the comments if your siblings are totally different than you. Are you okay, here's another question, guys. Are you the only indigo child in your household or your family? Write yes in the comments or no. Like multiple. I am multiple. Chicas. Oh, the feet, man. Phew. Thank you very much. At least I can be positive. Yeah. Whew. And I wish you could just feel that good all the time. Like, whoa, is there realms in reality? There must be realms in reality where it's just about orgasm, where it's just about complete bliss and joy. What do you think bliss and joy means? You're enjoying feeling desire or something. I don't know. Maybe I used the wrong term, but chiwosu. Yeah. Like family or elders or tribes, different ET nations, star nations. Whoa, they come and visit you because it's like a gateway of like a special secret super highway. Something about the physics of it all. Like, how does this work? They put these brain like things all over your skull so they can get readings from it, and then they see what lights up in the brain. I mean, they can create these things on your head and then connect you to your brain waves, collect your brain waves onto a computer. Now it knows what you're thinking, and because it all breaks down to frequency, and the scientists could make a frequency to create something they needed on the third dimension. They learned these advanced psionics, sound frequencies. Chihuahua. You can just do these sound frequencies. What? What kind? Well, they go to the seventh crown, because I feel that a lot. I feel this one, the galactic one, the 8th chakra. So usually I know that's where it's from. I'll get some chakra reading or feeling coming out of that chakra. It's like a communication. I feel this energy coming through this chakra or this one. I feel that memory of, this like wholeness about it, like some type of ultimate being or something. Like you're part of this ultimate being, this all-loving being, this perfect being, love and light being. But part of itself became dimensionalized. And so now this is why you have indigos coming in to help this serious problem. I mean, you wish you could just have the ability to record your dreams and then, or what you're visualizing, and then have it recorded, and then you can show other people what you're thinking. I'm sure there's some technology out there that you can do that. We got to do that. So if you can see other dreams, man, your mind gets expanded multitudes. So you should try that technology. Mind expanding. Yeah. And then some, honey. We got this. Like all kinds of planets, all kinds of different species, all kinds of different levels of biology, different dimensions. Like the universe is so much bigger than just 3D. There's more to this. There's this is frequency, man. Like I can't prove to you this energy, but I'm feeling it rush through me. And if you're clairvoyant, you should be able to see. Oh. Yes. Let's package that and share that with the world. Well, yeah, baby, here. Yes. Thank you. What? I feel good, baby. I feel good. This is life, love, connection. Oh, you feel this connection, unifying connection. It's not so like far out there for you. The one, the all one, chikimasu. Yeah. Something about that all one thing. Whoa, dudes. All right, guys. This is probably a good place to kind of like come down. It's a great honor, though. You see all these different expressions, all these different like emotions. That's not all from one life. Like or at once. Like your mind is stationed in different places at once. I can see what's going on there, what's going on there, what's going on there, what's going on there. The thought just comes. It goes through this process of memory in a different life, in a different timeline, a different type of gender or androgynous being, or you're like, it's not going to be all discomfort. Like you may be scared, but you'll feel like yourself go through like another, like step into it. Your energy will change, like you're in a different universe, and so the physics are different. Your concept of reality is different. It's like you don't know what to think because you're stuck, and it's like, ooh. I know I'm bigger than this, but I can't remember. I know I'm bigger. It's coming to me, this memory. Chica masu. Like, feel your crown. Feel your templar. Christos love. Christos, Christ consciousness. Unity consciousness. Thank you guys. Oh, it's so great to explore. And the other medicine is so profound because it helps me see other alien bodies, like alien lifetimes. Like I get to see what it's like to be giant. I get to see what it's like to be these Athean. I think they're called Athean. I'm one. Like I have some lives as an Athean mantis, and we know those are the guardian mantids. So that's an interesting connection because I felt that before. So all I can say is that it could be a communication from these people. Or like my connection to him in my memory, if I go back. Like some people can remember their days in Atlantis or past life, reincarnation of being a priest or a priestess in Lemuria, Mu. Right? And we remember those continents, those lifetimes in details. They're sometimes lucid. And then other people say it doesn't exist or it's not part of history. You just imagined it. I'm like, okay. Like they get stuck in these certain Love and light. Emerald Covenant, baby. Yeah, man. It seems like it's so much better to do this every once in a while and not all the time because, first of all, I'm too freaking busy now. I don't want to be taking a whole evening, to get back to normal so I can go back to my focus. But I don't know. This is like freaking last for a long time. Like I'll have this connection with you guys on this live, and then it'll go back down to what I was, and then same, but there will be some small segment that is connected to this interesting part of myself. Like I feel good, like I know that I would. You just feel good, baby. What's up? It's like that. I would apologize, but I don't need to. It's like I feel like I'm gonna miss you guys. I miss you guys. I miss you, homies. I wish you guys the best on your spiritual journey. I think this is a great time to awaken faster than normal. And so you're probably coming in at a good time. Like I heard someone new to this. Hope I didn't scare you away, but this is just a memory. And like if you do see some darkness, you guys, just dismiss it. Like you have that ability to say, you're not allowed in my fields. And you can see a shield, you can say the shield and then project it and throw up your shield. Okay. 12-dimensional frequency. And if they have 11-dimensional frequency. So, but you have to get to that level, right? Chicas. So, if anything, I got this recorded now, so I can go watch it myself. Shit. And say, hey, no more a half bowl of wacky tobacco. A half. Good lesson. I should have been on my own, but thank you guys who helped me so much with the donations tonight. I can't do this without you guys. Much blessings to you. I look forward to being able to support myself fully with brand name products. And that's just to help, because some people will really like the art or they'll really like the Christic sayings. So, hell yeah, I want one of those t-shirts on Hazy. Hook me up. Let's do this. How much you want for the large? Extra large? Do you got one for a girl or a guy? Got one for kids? Christic kids? Yeah, man. I meet some cool people. Other people will say and just see, oh, look at all those, New Agers or hippies. You just brush it off because you're with your other brothers and sisters and they're like, yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah. Or you guys are one of those people who've been camping out in nature, like the national forest or that's like a government national parks and stuff. You can do boondocking, man. I used to boondock, baby, in my Camaro. Yeah, dude. I had to go into the bush with my Camaro, and it got effed up, scratched. Of course, but I was in survival mode. I gotta make do. And the Camaro's not far off the ground, going into the dirt roads and rocks sometimes, and camping out in the stars. My body's too long, but I had to stick it through the back seat somehow, and then I felt winter, then I felt summer. Holy cow. I'm like, damn. This is you gotta master it. You got survival. Ooh. Everything wants you to be so negative all the time. It's like a program. But we want to transmute with omni-love, transmute with kindness, with reverent respect, all life. And if everybody was getting along, there wouldn't be some argument. But it doesn't. But there's factions of people who are trying to take. Okay, they don't want to produce; they want to take. Chicas, take from this person, take from that person, take from that person, take. But they don't give. Whoa, we let go of those type of people in our life. Cheer. Like it rubs off on you. If they're negative, if they're like even something silly to some of you, like cussing all the time, that's going to affect your energies. And you think about everything that could affect your energy, even something you watch on TV, something you listen, some music, you have a conversation with someone. We're in this multi-dimensional reality. You don't have to be high. You can experience all kinds of levels of it. Like even practicing basic meditation, standing still, moderating your breath, and going into a altered state without medicine too, and go into nature more. Yeah, baby, exercise your body sometimes, even simple exercises. You gotta at least be active somewhat, right? And then try to eat healthy, guys. I recommend, but I don't even do all the time. It's I'm trying my best. So I've done it before. I've been strict with myself before, so I know it's there. I can do it. It's powerful, man. A Christic connection is powerful. You're so grateful for it. Even if it makes me look sleepy, sorry guys. It does have a very strong positive effect. And wow. I'm so glad that you guys have your own experiences. I would even like to do, if you guys don't remember, we did interviews with people who are regulars on this channel. We got to, talk about your spiritual awakening. I would like to do that again. How about on Saturday? We'll do just have someone remind me, write me a message before the show. I'm sure I'll remember, but just in case, I'm a Shiva. Wakuhoye. Yeah. Great respect, man, for the medicine. So thank you to the medicine. Thank you for all you guys holding space with me here in Christos Avatar. Much respect for all of you. My throat is so dry. Compose myself. Yeah, Indigo Children. Bless all Indigo Children. I know a lot of you are Indigo Children, and a lot of you might be suffering as an Indigo Type 3. Guys, bless you. You are masters. Remember, you're Jedi. You just have to confirm it within yourself. Find it within yourself, and you start experiencing gangsta connections. I don't mean like dark ones, but you know what I mean, like strong, powerful connections. You see other parts of reality, like, whoa, what? Damn, that's real. Or that's a greater reality. And you get tripped out. Like, I'm tripped out, man. No, I'm not tripped out. I'm seeing more. I know it's, what's that called? Disorganizing, or, disoriented, but, you're still like, whoa, I'm seeing this scene in my mind. Like, it's visual. Coming through, Shimakua, coming down, up and down like this, and out. Like pillars, those pillars of light. You got the unicorn one. You got the one across, vertical. Man, you got all these energy connections, man. Machiwa, golden star, yeah. Aho. I think you're beautiful. You are loved. You're part of this Christ star. I am Christ star. I am Christ star. Indigo child gangster. Spiritual G. Old school spiritual G. You remember your past self. I remember my Mayan self. I remember my shaman self. Achi, my native self. Like, oh man, like you see these animal spirit guys, because when you start going into your Native American lineages, you'll start to like, whoa, I feel like different universe. Like the physics is different. It's like trips you out. Like, whoa, that's right. There's more. Just right there. This reality is like not like separate. It's like tuned out of phase or something. You gotta retune. Go back to she. And so, yeah, man. Joy. You're like, dude, that you're just tripping out now. No, it's definitely like chakra, where the locations of my chakra are, like the crown, obvious location. Like I feel that strong, and then I feel this and this and this and this. I feel all the ones, even down to my feet, and like, whoa, like this is not like normal length of time. it's a wow, a realization you come to see. Like I was there, and I was there, and I was that type of being. I was this type of being. Or you're being visited. You think you're being visited, but you're seeing lifetimes that you didn't have a reference point. Now you see other possibilities of life. And you're like, whoa, is that part of my universe? Because when you activate higher chakras in DNA, Templar, your frequency range and how much more of yourself can you see is multiplied. And, you know, and if you're also with your true flame, or no, violet flame, or if you're with your soulmate, you have this strong union connection, more frequency, your energy field or your aura will be like 2.5 times greater than that other frequency. So you want to become the greater frequency. One with it, unite with it. I am one with it, with God, with this universal life force, with this at one minute. Everything is in one thing. It's almost like a routine. You keep seeing God. I see God. I see God. I see my avatar self. I see it. I see the Templar. You say that to your mind. You see it. And you just get to picture in your mind. You see these different lifetimes at one time. You know, like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Like, holy cow, that's, you would naturally, you think you would say that's too much, but it's not too much. I just processing it a little bit off, like behind, like lag. Oh man, shit. But yeah, that's why. I'll finish this one up. My mouth gets dry. And it sort of makes you hungry, but I'm not like eating just one meal. I'm just eating one meal. So when I do a night like this where I'm just doing my live, I eat really late. If I didn't work so much, I would be able to eat before I did a live, but I'm not complaining. I'm just talking about my experience. But yeah, another thing about my live is that's when I know I need to go feed my kitties. They're not my kitties. They're feral cats, but I love them to death. I want to bless them with food while I'm here. And I know I'm now feel good because my neighbor said I told him if I leave, will you guys feed the cats? Yeah, they will. So the kitties, you know, they have smaller lifetimes than humans. We'll see if they're still here. But I'm so happy they can stay. Someone will take care of them. But I love having those connections, the little animals, and you feel this like awareness and love. I mean, you can't. Not all animals are wanting it, but some that we can understand or work with in our abilities, we can bring this union or this transformation within them, or that they can do it within themselves. And oh my gosh! All right, guys. Sorry. I love you guys. I love you. I'll let you go. I won't bring you into 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So thank you guys for being here, Christos Avatar, and bless all of you on your journey of awakening. And please check out the Emerald Order teachings. Thank you all to my moderators, whoever's still left. Thank you to my regulars. Blessings to all of you who did donations. Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. You saved my day. You're a blessing all the time. I'll check my PayPal because some people send there instead. Thank you guys. I love you, man. Thank you for taking care of your brother tonight. And I'll keep on working my ass off for you. So sending many Lyran, Syrian, Vato Loco, positive, hardcore, Christos dropping the codes, dropping the Christ codes. Blessings, Indigo Wizard. Blessings, Celine. Sarah Holder. Stardust Goddess. Mr. Madison. Woohoo! We got Giannis in the house. I mean, I feel honored. You meet some other powerful people who are like, whoa, they see your aura or you see their aura or both, I'm like, whoa, much respect. I see that you see that I see. Do you see? Do you see what I see? I see you. Do you see me? You're like, good night already, Anhazi. Come on, man. Go to bed. No. Stop it. I love you. I don't want to go without you. I'll take you into my dreams. Is that fair? Yeah, man. I want to hang out with that kind of people. Like people who just like, whoa, they go into another dimension. And you're like talking to each other in the, like wherever you are, you're in another dimension with this person. And no one else hears your frequency. You're like, got this private connection. Achiwa. Thank you guys. Blessings, man. That's all I can say. When you like light and you just about love, it's about blessings and you're on the beach, you're hiking a mountain, you're going on a cruise, you're riding a dirt bike, you're skating a skateboard, roller skates. Yeah, you're living life, you're falling in love. Ooh, yeah, you're so beautiful. Look at you, pretty mama, Lemurian Vato Loca. Oh, shit. Ow, what poked me? That's a trip. It wasn't like sharp and shit. Much love. Good night, you guys. Peace and love. See you guys on Saturday. Remember, if you remind me, we'll do an interview show. Like, you guys can talk for like 5 to 10 minutes about, longer if there's less people. Let me do some interviews on you guys again. Okay? We'll do that Saturday night. As long as I remember, you remind me. That would be so fun. We can get to between 6 and 12 people. Let's try to get between 6 and 12 people on the show. It's going to be a Zoom meeting, so make sure you got your Zoom app. It should be interesting. You guys can talk about, even if it's negative stuff, or what kind of rough times you've had awakening. Like, awakening's not always pleasurable, right? So it's like breaking down you could see it as your Indigo Child 3 is kind of like healing this this Nephilim dark avatar. You're nursing it. You're what's that called, to ease it, relaxing it. You know, because it's all excited or scared or something. You're relaxing it, and it feels safe. So, all right, guys, I gotta stop myself. Sorry, I love you. Good night. Much respect. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I don't know if I get the right glasses. No, I didn't. Good night, sweetheart. Ooh, baby. I don't know if this is it. This will be fine. I love you guys. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. And that's something you can always do before. What? Why did it go off? How did it go off? My camera? My camera died, you guys? I'm sorry. It's a good sign. Good night. Peace and love. Inner Christos. Love one. Woohoo!